Good day to our Pet Boss Nation and Pets Plus community. How are you? Please let me know that you can hear me by typing in the chat. We are going to have an exciting day today. Somebody say hello. I can't wait to see who's with us. We've got a great group. Hi, Cynthia. Awesome. Please say hello. Awesome. Kayla and Paula and David. So many new faces. I'm so excited. Cool. Well, welcome. This is our Pets+Live Beyond the Pages of the magazine. And in this one, this is our Lunch and Learn, where we're going to go into the article that I wrote for this magazine. I write regularly as a columnist for them. And I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to dig deeper into the concepts that I write about, give you a chance to ask us questions so that you can make the most of the information that we're giving to you for your business. So I love that everyone's saying hello. Hi, Christy and Amy and Shannon and Eleanor. So lots of new faces, but lots of our Pet Boss Club members in here as well. So for those of you that are first timers to one of these Lunch and Learns, they're definitely interactive. They're more, engaging because I don't have to interview one specific person, which is what I do for the cool store interviews. But these Lunch and Learns are an opportunity for you to ask questions, and let's go through some content. So I first want to start this off by putting up a poll because this topic is about how to do Facebook Lives and sell on a Facebook Live. So the very first question I want to know is not even whether you've ever sold on a Facebook Live, but whether you've even ever gone on and done a Facebook Live. So there's a poll in the chat thread there. You'll just want to go through and do that. Check it out. Looks like the majority you've never done one. That's okay. That's totally okay. Some of you have done a few. Looks like maybe somebody has said that they've done them frequently, but all right, cool. Well, what we're going to be talking about specifically is really more about the process of once you actually want to sell on Facebook Live. We are not going to talk about the tools and the equipment and how you press the button and how you actually do it. I think in the Pets Plus, library of everything that's on their website, go to petsplusmag.com. I'm sure there's lots and lots of videos. I think I've even done some other interviews on exactly how to execute a Facebook Live. So what we're talking about here is if you've ever actually sold things on Facebook. Okay, so I'm gonna end that poll. We have another poll that I'm gonna put up real quick. This one is if you have ever tuned into a Facebook Live event and what made you watch. Did you think that the topic was really interesting and you just wanted to learn more? Was there some sort of special giveaway or a special offer that you were tuning in for, or you were just curious to see how they could make it work? Okay, so just chime in there on why you sat in on a Facebook Live event. The reason that this is an important and interesting topic for us, at least I think it is that Facebook is a tool for you, whether you're going to use Facebook or Instagram Live. These are free tools to stream live on the internet to your ideal customers and to people who already follow you or to find new people. So I love it as a business consultant helping you guys because it's a free tool. And so if we can just get you confident enough to just test it out, to give it a try, you will start to see results. And it's a new revenue, or I guess a new sales channel for you other than a physical store, but a new sales channel for you to be able to sell more merchandise. Now, back, I guess, at the end of 2018, I did a challenge in our Facebook group community, a Facebook Live selling challenge. And I got to tell you, I know that tens of thousands of extra dollars were pumped into the pet stores across the country because of, I think we had like 50 people participated regularly to go live and to sell during the holiday season. And so that's why I mentioned to Pets Plus that we've got to write about this. I want to do a training because there are people making money. There are definitely people making money doing this. Okay. And I'm going to share with you some of those successes in just a second. But I know that the fears around going live are, will my technology work? Actually, I am going to, these are always a little interactive. I have some prizes for you guys. So I want you, because on part of the things we're going to talk about is that we want to give away some cool things and have fun with the whole Facebook Live concept. So if you will share with me what your fear is in the comments here, I want you to share with me what your fear is. And now this is for people watching live, not a replay. If you're sharing what your fear is, I'm going to pick one of you guys to win a t-shirt. All right, so the fear of going onto Facebook Live. Maybe it's that your tech is going to malfunction. Maybe it's that you are afraid you're going to say something stupid or silly. Maybe you don't know what to talk about. Yes, Carly, that nobody will tune in. That is a big fear. That is a big fear. And that happens. That does happen. So please list your fears here. Okay, now they're coming in. Hillary, not knowing what to say. Leah, that I won't be able to respond if they ask questions. Kayla, stuttering, tripping over her words, rambling. Wendy, not getting enough viewers. Whitney, not sure what to say, rambling. Stephanie's, I'm shy. Keith, brain freeze. That happens to me. My fear is that I will forget what I'm trying to say and totally get tongue-tied when speaking. That's Christy. Shannon, fear of not knowing what to say. Fear of being on camera. Not knowing what to say. Eleanor, I hate myself on camera. Will anyone watch? Running out of product. Hey, Paula, that's going to be a good problem to have, running out of product. Kim, dogs not showing behaviors on cue. Yes, yeah, if you're working with live animals, that you've got some co-stars there you have to wrangle. Tiffany, I get really bad anxiety when I speak in front of people. Nobody will watch. Yeah, so I love that you all shared. That's one of my things that I love, is that our community needs to come together and support each other. So I love that you all were just really vulnerable and just shared publicly what it is you are afraid of. And you can see that a lot of you have the same fears, right? The fear of no audience, like Hazel just said, stumbling on your words or not knowing what to say. Those are kind of the two things. Not knowing what to say. I guess any anxiety that comes up around it is around not knowing what to say. Yeah, not liking yourself on camera. So we have done a few other trainings in the past that cover some of that stuff. But what I wanna address with you right now is that it will never be perfect, okay? And tech will go down. And I would hate for your fear of, either no one showing up or not knowing what to say to prevent you from actually making progress and going live. All right, so I actually just joined a community with one of the top people who goes live all the time. And they had a 20-minute delay to getting started. And so this is a professional who does this all the time, and he had tech problems. Okay, so it's going to happen to all of us. And for those of you that watch this, I stumble on my words. I have tech issues too. And sometimes I'm not as prepared as other times. Like this time, I'm super prepared because I actually have slides for you guys. So it's a progression. It's be proud of the little steps that you take once you actually go live. Okay. I heard a great quote. I'm going to mention it again later throughout, but do the best that you can with what you have where you are right now. Okay. Do the best that you can with what you have with where you are right now. All right. So don't even worry about the fact that you don't like what you look like on camera. You can fix that with lighting or how you adjust it and how it looks, how you look, what you wear. I have really bright colored makeup on because it presents better on camera. You don't have to do that, but you can make little tweaks as you go and as you see yourself on camera. We only get better by when we reflect back on how we've done something, right? We've got to do it. We can then tweak it and say what worked really well, what could I have improved, and then we can make adjustments from there. But don't live in that fear and not get on camera, right? And the thing about people not showing up is that They will over time, as you are being consistent and going live, and as you're telling your customers about it, and as you are growing your audience and getting them excited to watch you, they will start to tune in. And in the beginning, it can be challenging to do that, but just know that if you're improving and getting better, it will come. It will come more naturally, okay? So there's a lot of fears. I also, I need to pick the person who gets a t-shirt. I think that Jen is watching, my team member, Jen. So what I want Jen to do, if she can hear me, I'll make a note. Jen, if you could go through and look at all of the people who made comments, okay? This is now, guys, what I'm doing right now, you could do on your Facebook Lives. If you had another team member helping you, I can't numerically go through and assign some people. So what I'm gonna have my team member that's watching do is, Jen, I want you to go through and assign a number to each person who said that they, who shared a fear. And then I want you to pick a number, I'm going to stop actually on a page. I need to know what your number range is, Jen. And then I'm going to stop on a page between that number range in this magazine, and that's going to be our winner, okay? That's going to be our winner. So, all right. So we will get to our fear sharers in just a sec. All right, Jennifer says 1 sec. Okay. So, all right, cool. Here is what we're going to do. We are going to dig in now. I'm going to share. Go to my slides. All right. Hey, look at that. We got our slides going now. Trying something new. All right. So selling on Facebook Live. I want to dig into how we actually sell on a Facebook Live. One of our Pet Boss Club members here, this is Barb and her team from Treats on a Leash. They are really, really active in doing Facebook Lives. Now you can see here with Barb, she's got a team of people with her. They're all smiling, they're having fun. They're in a really pretty spot in their store. You can see here they've got, it's a little blurry, but they've had about 523 views. But, oh shoot, and it's not on here the way. This thread has over 300 comments on it. Has over 300 comments. So they've got a really active audience who gets excited when they go live to sell some merchandise. So these guys have seen a lot of success. Now, they were hesitant to do this in the beginning because they'd never done it before. But they ended up doing in 1 hour what they could do on a really busy Friday in their business. Isn't that amazing? Wouldn't you love those kind of results too, to be able to do a whole day's worth of sales potentially in 1 hour? Now, there are some people on social media who do these like live selling events, and they actually will do like tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I have not seen that happen yet in the pet industry, but these people sell pearls that do this that I'm talking about, but there are some people making some crazy amount of money using Facebook Live as a selling platform. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn off my presentation real quick so that I can look back. Okay, so we've got a question here. If this, Eleanor wants to know if the slides, can we get the slides? Sure, I will email them to you guys. Yes, I'll send them in an email to everyone who came on live, okay? All right, so that was Barb from Treats on a Leash. She used a team to help her, and she goes out and gets on Facebook Lives regularly and sees success with it. So we're going to run through all of these steps, because today what we're going to be talking about is exactly how to do the selling live, like what are the steps of the process. The second thing we're going to talk about is how to actually make it interesting once you have people on the live, and then how to make it profitable. So there's a ton of stuff that we're going to go through. We're also going to dig into, I want you guys to actually like come up with your own live. All right. So got a lot to do here now. So Jen, she told me that we got to pick our t-shirt winner because we got to keep it fun and interesting. Right, guys? That's right. All right. So I had Jen pick numbers 1 through 20. She's got some names assigned. So Jen, all right. So now I'm going to I'm going to flip through 1 through 20 in the magazine, in my Pets Plus magazine right here, and I'm going to show you the t-shirt we're going to give away. I have this t-shirt here. It's an older t-shirt I had designed. It says Petpreneur. I don't work like a dog. I live a top dog life. So we have a bunch of t-shirts. So before I did Pet Boss Nation, we had Petpreneur t-shirts. So I'm going to give this one to number 17. Number 17 is going to win that t-shirt. And on page number 17, we have Soggy Doggies, some grooming products for the keeping our pets clean. So check out page 17 if you want to learn more about that. All right, so number 17 is the winner of the Petpreneur t-shirt. Here we go. All right, Amy, woohoo! Amy Sheik just won this t-shirt, so we'll get that in the mail to you, Amy. All right, so Leah wants to know if we're going to address the technical part of selling live and how do you collect orders. Yes, we are going to talk about that. Okay, let's dig in. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want, as your questions come up, you're welcome to put them in the chat. Jen will flag them. I'm going to save all questions for the end, okay? Also, if you stay until the end, one of you is going to get to win 1 free month in the Pet Boss Club. That's our monthly business mentorship program. So you're going to get to win a free month in the club, whether you're a member or not. It's a $99 value. All right, so here we go. We're going to dig in. Now, I want you to be taking notes, but I also can send you the slides. And if you're watching a replay, just make a comment and below and we can get you slides. Okay. All right, so our next up example here is Wendy from Muddigans, who's also watching right now. But what I love about this video and why I want to share it, she has, you can see here, over 1,000 views. It's at 1,500 times this video has been viewed. And I think, Wendy, this was just a teaser video. She played a game here with these wooden, or these little like kind of containers. She played a game and teased some of the things that she would be selling at a future live. So it's a 14-minute video, I think, if I'm reading that right, nice and short and tight. And so this was a great teaser video, which we'll talk about too. Here we have some other Pet Boss Club members and Pets Plus magazine people who are using a game show wheel with their dog as a video teaser to encourage their customers to come in and play their spin the wheel. That wheel has been featured in Pets Plus magazine previously too on in the cool products, or I think it's called the Pro Gear section. And then we've got Lynette here from Woofers Grooming and Goodies. She is selling these surprise bags here. And what I love in the comments is she had someone that was assisting her while she was live on camera. Someone was assisting her, explaining exactly how people could place their orders, okay? And in this description, I know you can't see it because it's a little small, but it literally says like, you can, to make your purchases, call this phone number, right? So they used it like a telephone hotline where people would actually call their store. You can call this number and we'll take your order over the phone, or you can follow this link to buy it online. So they previously had put all of the, I think they had made one item, these surprise bags, and they sold it through, I think, their Facebook page even. They put it as a product on their Facebook page. So there's lots of ways you can do it, and we will continue to get into the specifics of that. Okay, so this is the flow first of how to sell on Facebook Lives. All right, so first, the very first step, before you really think about anything else, I just want you to pick a date and a time. Pick a date and a time. So how you pick your date and time, you really want to look at your analytics of your Facebook page. Now you want to go live on your business's Facebook page, not your personal Facebook page, your business's page. Or you could go live in a group, or you could go live on an event page, like a public event. You could actually go live inside that. So you want to pick your date and your time, look at your analytics, and choose the time that your followers would participate, the people who would be most likely to participate with you. Not when it's convenient for you, but when your viewers will be there. Now, sometimes we've got store owners who they actually go live while they're open, and they engage with their customers that come in. They react to the other things that are happening, and that totally works because maybe your ideal customer who would buy could watch during lunchtime while they're at work. Some people do it late at night after the store is closed. They encourage people to, bring a drink, like a BYOB kind of thing. Some people might do it on the weekends as a Friday night or Saturday night fun thing, or even a Sunday, kind of a Sunday afternoon thing. So pick the time that will work best to get you the most viewers. You also want to limit distractions. So while it's okay, if you're doing it when your store is open, you want to turn your phone off, which I did not do. So you want to turn your phone off so it's not pinging. And you also want to remove any other pings. Or like I closed every other browser that was on my phone, I guess on my computer, because I'm streaming through my computer. So you want to turn off all those other bells and whistles that could distract you. Okay, now, so you've picked your date and your time. Now you need to schedule the team to help you. The team, now some of you may not have a team. So this may have to be your significant other, your kids, a neighbor, a best friend. You do need somebody else there with you. Because depending on how well you promote it, hopefully a bunch of people are going to show up live. And even if that's not the case, even if they don't show up, it's just good to have someone else there with you that you can kind of engage with, or have another person in the room, because sometimes it feels really silly to be on it by yourself. But you want to schedule help, at least one person, potentially two or more. Now, their jobs could vary, right? The jobs could be something like, somebody actually sits in the chat with you, and or sorry, not with you, but they're actually looking at the comments that are coming through, and they're responding to everybody, and they are answering questions. They're also feeding questions to you, and they are that would be the person who's monitoring the chat. There also could be somebody who's actually assisting you with handing you the next product, so that you're ready and prepared and can show that one product right on camera. And then they take it away from you. You may, depending on the size of orders that are coming through, need somebody else who's taking those physical products and processing the orders, or who's answering the phone. If you're telling your customers to call a number to pay, you may need someone there to answer the phone and take those orders. So they really think about how many people you think you could be there, and schedule some people to help you. Now, if it's your first go at it and you don't have anybody, do not let that stop you. You can always, again, do what you can with what you have. And then every time we do anything, we want to think about what worked well, what can I improve on, so that the next time you're more prepared. You really want to determine the goal and the purpose of your whole live. Are you actually going to be selling any merchandise? The doggies are going to bark. Don't bark. Don't bark. It's okay. Thank you so much. Are you going to be selling merchandise? Are you using this to get leads? Okay, lead is a potential customer information. Are you just using it to find new customers? Or are you going to use it to build your culture within your base of your customers? Maybe you are a really fun, outgoing person, and you like to play games, and you want to have a good time with your friends and family. And so you want to bring that more into your shop's life, or your brand's business. So maybe this is truly just an event where you're going to be building culture and giving things away, and playing games, things like that. You could use an event like this to collect donations for a charity event. All right, you've got your date, you schedule the team to help, so everybody knows it's on the calendar. Once it's on the calendar, you can't go back. We've determined our goal and our purpose of what we're going to do here. And now we need to think about promoting it as much as possible, right? So, weeks before, 1 or 2 weeks before, you can do that. You should be promoting days leading up to it. You should, the day of, do something to promote it. And then even after it's over, you can reflect back to what it is that you did to your customer base. Okay. So if you think about even this Pets+Live that we're doing right now, we send emails. Well, one, it's in the magazine. It's always in the magazine at the front, the date and the time of future ones. We also make Facebook events. We put it on their website. We put it in the Facebook groups. And last night, for those of you that tuned in, I went live in our groups and I reminded everybody that they needed to register for it up above. And we saw a big spike in registrations because of that. So, and we have a great turnout today live because I reminded people, I promoted it as much as possible. So weeks leading up, think about all of the ways that you can promote this thing. Now, because this promotion piece is where when you're afraid no one's going to show up, if you don't do these things, no one will show up. Okay? If you don't pick a date in advance, and if you just randomly go onto Facebook Live and you didn't really heavily promote it, you probably won't have a lot of people showing up, and it won't maximize it, the opportunity for you. And you're going to be discouraged and you're not going to want to do it again. So these steps for you are critical in your planning process. Okay. How can you promote this event? You can promote it on social media. You can make flyers about it. You can talk to people about it, whether you talk to them in person or you pick up the phone, or you're telling your neighbors to tell other people, and you're telling your customers to tell other people, talk it up. You can send emails, make posters. I mean, even though you're doing a virtual event, it doesn't mean you can't make a physical 11 by 17 poster and put it up on your front door or on your counter. You could team up with your partners. Are there vendors that you are featuring that you're going to be selling on your live? You could team up with them or tag them in advance, letting people know that that brand is going to be sold on your video. And then they could go and promote it for you as well to help get you some new viewers. Pre-event fun, you could tease the item. Right. The next piece to this puzzle is figuring out your payment strategy. Okay, you can send a direct message. Like you could tell them that if they're interested in a specific item, that they can just send you a direct message. You can have them just call you on the phone. Literally list your cell phone number or your store's number, put it right there on the phone. You could send them a payment link. Okay, so you could have a predetermined links like PayPal links or links on your website for specific items. So that piece of it takes a little bit of work ahead of time. But one of the most automated ways to work would be through a platform like a chat bot platform, a messenger bot really, like ManyChat. Or there is an actual platform out there called Comment Sold. You do have to pay Comment Sold. They're going to take a piece of the commission of what they earn. But what you do with that is that you're going to load all of your inventory that you're going to be selling on the live. So it can be a basic spreadsheet. You're going to load that spreadsheet with the quantity and the price that you're selling it for, and identify each of those items by a number. And then you load that up. And when you're doing your live, you would then assign those numbers that you told Comment Sold about. You would assign that same number to the product you're going to sell. And then while people are watching, you tell them to type, they need to comment in the comments, sold, and then the number that is assigned to that item that you featured with them. So then what will happen after that is the platform Comment Sold will instantly start messaging them through direct message with the payment link, with the price of that item, and it will process the payment and collect all of the information about that customer for you. Okay. And then they'll take the money and then they're going to deposit money to you later. So Comment Sold is an awesome platform for selling a lot and regularly on Facebook Lives. ManyChat would just be great to be able to allow you to start an automated conversation with these people when they're interested in a specific item. And then what you can do, again, if you have a team member who is in the feed, or a friend who's in the feed watching, they can then tell you when someone's bought something, and you could say, this thing is sold now at this point. No more are available. All right, so that would be for our very tech savvy people. ManyChat or comment sold. Otherwise, I think one of the easiest things to do, and what Barb and Michael do at Treats on a Leash, that first photo that I showed you, I mean, they literally just like, people have to type in the comments that they're interested in a product and the number, and then somebody just engages with them and they follow up. I think afterwards, they just hold the items, they're on hold in their store for X amount of days until they can come and actually pick them up and pay in person physically. So I think it was Leah that asked that question, and you have an online store. So you wouldn't have to, you wouldn't have to have people come physically to your business, but you don't have to process that payment immediately. You could follow up with them through Messenger. Same thing if you were using Instagram Live. I don't know if comment sold actually works, or ManyChat. That doesn't work with Instagram, I don't think, but I could be wrong there. But Instagram, you'd at least be able to direct message the same way, okay? Keeping everything organized is also extremely important. So what you could do, I don't know if I have an index card in here. I'm just going to use this as an example. So you could, pre-write out your index cards. Okay, so I'm in the little box here, but let's say you've got an index card, right? You would, in advance, you plan out the inventory that you want to sell, and then you're going to actually write on it really big in a big black Sharpie. Don't use a red or yellow pen or highlighter. You want to use a nice big thick Sharpie, and you're going to write the number on here, okay? Right, and then we're going to write a price. So let's say it's $10. Number 10 is $10. Okay, and so you would hold up something like this to your camera, and you'd say, this is item number 10, and it's $10. And item number 10 is this Like a Boss cup. Boom, boom. By the way, Jen, if you're watching, whoever was number 10 in your list is going to win this Like a Boss cup. We will mail this out to you. So you can, have fun like that, like how I'm doing now with everybody. But anyway, this is a way to keep organized. Nice index cards, the number assigned to the product, what the price is, so that while you're selling the product online or live, you can be like, we've got these Like a Boss cups. They're plastic, easy to wash. You'll feel like a cool boss when you're drinking out of them. It's going to, some features, I guess the features are that it's plastic, but a benefit to drinking out of a Like a Boss glass is that it gives you more confidence, and you're going to be reminded that you're in charge. So that's a benefit to this cup. So you would be selling the features and the benefits of this cup. And then hopefully people would be interested, and you would say something like, if you're interested in getting this cup, we only have 6. So you can buy 1 through 6. We only have 6 available. Comment sold and write number 10 and the quantity that you're interested in the comments. And our team member will follow up with you, right? So that is the process. You've got the item, you have an item assigned to it, you do your whole sales pitch, you tell people how many you have left, and then it goes on, and then you encourage them to make a comment, all right? So you first, though, need to get yourself organized, right? You've picked, you're going to pick your merchandise. You are now, or services. It doesn't have to be products. Whatever you're going to give away. You could be selling gift certificates to your business or for your dog walking services or grooming. You are going to make these index cards. Another thing you can do is on the back of your index card, you could write the little bullet points that are the things you want to make sure that you mention about that product. Okay, so that's a pre-planning thing you can do. You could write down here for yourself something about the brand or the vendor that you really love, or other features and benefits, mostly benefits. Focus on the benefits to buying a product. So that leads into this next point here, that you want to utilize this opportunity of you going live to showcase the things that it is that you're talking about and the brands that you carry, because it's an opportunity for you to spread the word about the good things that you sell, and it will drive future sales, because unless you take that video down, it will live forever on social media. Someone could go back and watch it. And I know that even if they didn't buy it in that moment, they may come back in your shop and see it, and then they might buy it then too, right? So don't miss the opportunity to talk about the specific products. I will say that I have seen it go a little too fast when I've been watching some of our customers do these Facebook Lives. They really quickly are like, here's this toy, it's number 10, $5. Here's this toy, it's number 11, $5. It's like, maybe not that fast, but it's pretty fast. All right, so then you go live, then you're gonna show and tell like we just talked about, and you're gonna sell, and you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. I promise you, you'll have fun. It might be chaos, but you're going to have fun. Okay, so we have more to do. We have lots to still cover. We're gonna cover about how to keep it interesting, and we're going to cover how to make it profitable, okay? And then I want you to think about a few things as we work through it. So, I had to get my water. I sent a message to Jen. She brought me some water, boss lady Candace. I'm all about, having fun. Have fun here at Pet Boss Nation. All right. Let me see if I can answer any questions specific to that section, because our next thing is about keeping it interesting and how to make it profitable. Teresa's curious about the price includes shipping, or do we discuss that on the phone? That's a great question, Teresa, and I did not put that in my slides. So what you would do with shipping is, again, this is totally what you guys want to do. You could come up with a flat rate item to ship. A flat rate price. Maybe you want to just say that all shipping is $10, or maybe it is free shipping, and you do include that in the price. It just depends on what your goal is for the event. You're live. If your goal is to sell discounted merchandise and you want to move that merchandise out and so it's discounted, then I wouldn't give them free shipping, because now you have to pay for the shipping too, right? So you could definitely, but if you're selling some really hot new items and you're able to like increase the price slightly to overall include shipping, that could be a good move. Or you could use the free shipping option could work if you bundled items together. Like you could say that every item is $10 if shipped individually, but if you buy 5 or more items, then we're going to include free shipping for you. Okay. So that's one way to do it. You could also, I think through Comment Sold, what will happen is they also have a shipping option for them. So as the bot is, collecting information, it will determine how much shipping is going to be and can quote them that price. Okay. Also with that platform Comment Sold, I think it deducts the amount you've been selling out of the inventory available once it's been purchased, and it can then respond to the messages that you are already sold out of that item, so that you're not going to oversell something too, which is super cool. Awesome. Shannon won the cup. Congrats. All right. Quinn's asking, how long should the live event last? All right. You could do it for as long, well, typically I think they last like an hour, but I have seen some of these Facebook Lives, again, not necessarily in the pet industry, but through the people who sell pearls and who sell all kinds of other things and who have really built up a pretty big audience. They actually can go live for hours and hours and hours. They stay on until there's no one watching, pretty much. So they treat it almost like, I don't think QVC does that. They don't stay on for forever, but they will stay on while there's an audience. So it really is up to you, because what will happen is when you're in that Facebook Live, people are leaving and coming in and leaving and coming in. And so you will be gaining new people depending on if you're playing games with them and getting them to interact in the comments, because the more you get people to do that and engage in the comments, the more likely you're going to show up again in other people's feeds. You've probably seen it yourself on social media where it'll say to you that one of your friends is watching this other thing. Maybe you should watch it. Or you could encourage the people who are watching. If you've watched a Facebook Live, you'll see that there's a button where they can invite their friends to watch too. So you could keep going on and on, really, and sell as long as you're selling. But I would think as far as planning for yourself, you could stick to about an hour or even 45 minutes because most people don't want to sit through anything longer than that. You could do real short ones too. Like let's say you're doing like those teasers could be short. Or if you got on the camera and no one shows up, then you would you'd want to shorten it up. Maybe only talk about 3 of the 10 items that you're going to feature. Talk about the 3, and then if no one's coming on, you can just say that, you know, we're going to extend this live. I'm going to schedule another one for later in the week. Make sure you get the details. If you're interested in these products today, call the store number below and, you know, just wrap it up and end your video, because it is challenging to do a selling show when there isn't anyone watching. So you might as well get started. You might as well use the opportunity to feature a couple cool things and then cut it short and tell people that you're going to schedule another one later. Okay. So, you know, play with it. I would just tell people the starting time you're going to start promoting. All right. Lots of great comments. Awesome. All right. Lots of great comments and questions. So Jen, I'm going to keep moving on to my team member, Jen. If you have any other questions that we need to answer still, just flag them and I'm going to keep moving on. All right. So let's go back to the slides. All right. Now we are at a point where we need to make it interesting. How to make it interesting. We've got some more examples here. You want to treat it like a party. Okay. That's one way to do it. You want to pick a theme. You know, are you going to have good visuals? Are you going to wear something fun? Like down here below, Lynette, again, from Woofers, she is wearing a festive holiday kind of like, you know, elf costume dress sweater. Not exactly sure, but it's super festive. This video was done in the holidays. She's in front of a focal point in her store with decorations and presents. Like there's not even any real merchandise that's being featured. It's just a good visual. Then you've got the green spot over on the left, and they're not selling any of that merchandise. They're featuring all the cool things that they are going to be giving away in a basket that's being raffled off at an event that's coming up. So they used Facebook Live to tease and talk about that event, to get people to the event, and then to show the item that they're donating and to show all the cool things in the basket. So I don't even know if they were selling it, but they do sell those things in their stores, and they could have done that too. But what they're doing here is they're kind of laying it all out. They've got their dog with them as a cute addition. And then if you watch this video, the person who is holding the camera is like zooming in and zooming out and really giving it a lot of dimension and keeping it interesting. It's not just kind of sitting on a tripod. So it's a really cool video to check that out. So you want to pick a theme, give it some good visuals, you know, treat it like a party. When people come to your house for a party, you always welcome them, right? So you say hello and you welcome them. So it's good. That's kind of what I did at the beginning, right? I wait for you guys to tune in. I ask who's here. I have you share with me. I created a poll to have you participate in so that you can get to know each other. I asked you a question about your fears. You typed in your fears. It gives you an opportunity, again, to connect with each other. So I'm playing a good host. And that's what you can do on your Facebook Lives. It's not just about you selling stuff. You want to welcome your people. You want to show them what's going to happen. And you want to get them to engage with you. You can do something fun like a BYOB night, where maybe you have a drink and maybe they have a drink of choice, or maybe it's a treat, their dog's favorite treat, and they're going to talk with you about what their dog is eating or likes to chew on. And then you're going to feature your dog's favorite things. So you can have fun there with drinks and food. You can offer quizzes. So there's lots of ways to make it fun and interesting like a party. You also can use props and play games. So like I said, we already mentioned the costumes. You can get a prize wheel like this, and then you would put your own giveaways on there. Like maybe you have your own plastic cup that has your company's name on it, or maybe you have, poop bag holders or food scoops. Like, you can put freebies on your prize wheel. And so how you keep it interesting is maybe, if somebody has bought, if you're selling let's say you're selling a bag of treats on your Facebook Live, and they actually are going to pay for the treat. And that's what you're going to ship to them. Everybody who makes a purchase could have a chance at spinning the wheel. All right. So you see this woman here on this picture here. She sells jewelry and pearls. And so when people buy pearls and buy jewelry, they get a chance for her to spin the wheel to win a free prize. So then she'll bring the wheel over and she spins it on camera, and then they get something on there. So there is an incentive, like a freebie gift, when people make a purchase. So you could do the exact same thing. You could do this either physically in your store too, or even on Facebook Lives. You could make a Plinko board game or rent one. Then the prizes would just be either written down here, and then depending on where the Plinko falls, they'd get that prize. You could use one of these like punch. These are just like red Solo cups that have been had holes cut out into this foam board, like science fair board project here. And then tissue paper has been wrapped around the front of the Solo cup, probably with a rubber band. And then you would you could write numbers on the front or off to the side here. And then people could pick a number and you punch your hand through it and you would pull out a prize they could win. Maybe the prizes are a free sample. Maybe they're things you've teamed up with your partners and vendors for, and you're actually getting your manufacturers to support you with these prizes. So this is a fun way to keep it really interesting. So if you can play games like this, just to, again, build that not company, but like your company culture, your customer base culture, you can play games like this if that's something you want to do. Also, these games give you an opportunity to talk about what you believe in for the products that you carry, why you're in business. You can share stories. There's lots of ways that you can use a live to just connect with your audience. All right, now how to make it profitable. This is some key things here about featuring new items, bundling items together. Now, again, these are complementary items, things that make sense together. If you're going to be selling, featuring a training aid, like maybe you're going to be featuring some sort of a training aid, then it would be really good to have a treat pouch go with the training aid and add in a bag of training treats. So really, you might be initially talking about the one training tool item, but then an add-on and complementary item that could be bundled together that you add on to get a 3-item purchase would be those extra items. And maybe if the person buys them all, they're going to get a chance to spin on the wheel, kind of thing. Okay. So you can make it, sell more from the same audience by getting them to buy more and have fun with them. So bundle items together. You could use these Facebook Lives and selling to move out old merchandise. There are people who love to buy on discounts. There are people who love it, love it, love it. They are your bargain shoppers. And what you could do is once a month, move out all your old stuff and really find those bargain shoppers and do it on a fun little stream. So maybe you're not even selling the new stuff. You're just moving out the old. You can make surprise bags. Now, we've talked about that a lot previously, so I don't want to focus there, but it's basically putting a bunch of stuff in a bag and selling the bags at a flat rate. That's the surprise bags. You could limit the quantities that you're going to sell so that they kind of have this limiter on them, that there's not very many left, so they have to buy now. You could put a time limit on it saying that this is the only, this is the only day you're going to be selling them at this price, or this is the only hour that you're going to be selling them at this price. And then you also want to be consistent. So the more consistent you can be with these lives, the better. So that being said, maybe you pick the first Friday of every month is the first, Furry Friday nights. On the first Friday of every month, it's BYOB. You're going to feature all your brand new items and you're going to give away prizes to everybody who makes a purchase. Okay. So you aren't even giving discounts. You're truly just featuring cool things to to sell and have fun with your customers. And it happens every first Friday. So just be consistent and do that at least for 6 months so that your audience can grow, your customers start talking about it, just to be consistent. Or maybe every week you do a quick 30-minute Facebook Live sale on 5 of your most discounted items that you've got to move out immediately. So just pick a theme and be consistent. We've talked a little bit about QVC, and really QVC and the Home Shopping Network. I mean, they are the kings and queens of online selling. There's entire television networks dedicated to selling merchandise. And here's some key things. Again, I'm going to send you slides. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because we're running out of time, but you need to be on your Facebook Lives, really thinking like QVC. Share, repeat, talk about the products. Maybe if you got through your whole lineup of products you're going to sell, maybe, and if you haven't sold some, you go back to the ones that haven't sold and you talk about them even more so you can move them out. You want to use descriptive adjectives to persuade your audience to buy. You want to be an enthusiastic host to persuade your audience. Okay, I mean, that's something that I'm trying to do here now. We've had some games. I changed the way that I use my voice. Sometimes I get more excited. I use my hands a lot. You need to be an enthusiastic host because here, we still have 35 people watching us, which is awesome. But, it's a full hour we're trying to fill here. So you want to be an enthusiastic host. You can start by telling stories of your own personal experiences with these products to keep people drawn in. You can let your viewers know how the products are selling, as people are buying them, if you have a lot of viewers. And you can take advantage of live models. I think it was Kim who said she's got dogs she's got to train. So, sometimes you just got to go with the flow there, but you can take advantage of that. And you can stage the products properly using good lighting. Maybe you need to add some lighting so that the product is featured. You don't want it to be in a dark place in your store or your office. You want to make sure you have really good lighting. And then really, guys, do those time limiters, do special prices, do limited quantities or exclusive, maybe only VIP customers get access to some of these lives or something. You can really have a lot of fun with it. Okay, whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. The biggest thing, I just don't want you to overthink any of this. Okay, so this is pretty much everything we just ran through. These are the 9 questions you have to answer and tell yourself. So you can either take a screenshot of this or you can actually go through all of this right now. But these are the top 9 questions to ask. You got to pick your date. Who's going to help you? What's the purpose for this live and what result do you want? Is there a theme? How can you make it exciting? How are you going to promote this event? How will your process for taking orders and payments go? When are you going to organize the products in advance? When are you going to make all your numbers and your prices and your benefits? Do not overwhelm yourself on that one. I'm going to tell you that Barb, that first picture, they have done a lot of products before. I think they had one where they might have had 60 products. That's a lot and can be really overwhelming. So don't do that to yourself. Start out small and pick maybe 10 products that you want to get through. What tech do you need to use to go live? And are you going to practice ahead of time? Do you need to play around with the different buttons? Do you need to test going live even on your business page, even if it's just a teaser to tell them about when you're going to go live? And you can even tell your customers that it's a test and that you're just playing around with the platform because you want to test it out. You can always delete the video later if you don't like it. And then how do you plan to have fun with it? That's a really important thing to consider. All right, I am going to stop our slideshow presentation real quick, go to the chat. I'm going to take a couple questions. Thank you so much for hanging on with me. We're going to be picking our winner of our Pets Plus, or Pet Boss Nation, I guess, club membership for your free month. And we love that you have tuned in for our Pets Plus Live Beyond the Pages of the May magazine. So I just want to run through here and see if we have any other questions. Wendy's curious about how often you do this, weekly, monthly, or quarterly. You can do them as much as you want. I mean, it depends. Well, what's your purpose? Let's start there. What is the purpose of you going live? Are you going to sell discounted merchandise? If you're going to do a big mass sale and put things on sale, do not do it more than like once I mean, if you're going to do a lot of merchandise, I would almost say once a quarter. If you're going to select a handful of your favorite things and you're going to feature like 5 items or 10 items a month that are the things that you really want to move out, that are like kind of onesie twosies of things that are left, then you could do it once a month, and it could be a lot of fun still. If you're going to be featuring new product, that is something, again, you don't have to keep it long, but you could do that almost every week. There's a retailer in a women's clothing boutique, and they do like late night wine Wednesdays or something. I think that's what it's called. And so every Wednesday night after the store closes, the shop owner and her manager open up a bottle of wine and start unboxing shipments that came in. And they just are unboxing them and telling stories and featuring the dresses. And if people want to buy them, they can buy them like on the spot there, and they'll just like reserve them for them to come and try them on. So for them, they go weekly, so that it's an exciting thing to drive business into the physical store. Stephanie says that she has a pet sitting biz. She doesn't sell any products. So will this be relevant to her? Yeah, you could play that whole game section. You can play games by teaming up with your local stores and looking for prizes from them. Or you could offer your own. You don't have to play like a massive game and give away everything, but you could have different raffles for things where for everybody who had a pet sitting who had pet sits with you that month, maybe their name gets entered in for a prize every month on a raffle drawing on a live stream that you do. So maybe your lives are not as long of actually being on camera, but they happen consistently once a month, and you're going to pull kind of a prize winner from everybody from the previous month who has booked services with you. You could also use your people who are watching, your customers, to invite their friends who have pets to also watch and participate somehow, and then they both could have a chance to win a free pet sitting service. So yeah, there's lots and lots of ways that you can tweak this concept of just going on live, giving them value and content on some level, engaging with them, sharing stories, having fun, and then again thinking about, well, what's the end result that I want? What is the result that I want to have happen from being on this live, and how can I use it to my advantage for my goals? All right, guys. So I think hopefully Jennifer, she probably has been tracking who has been watching live this whole time, because now we are getting ready to give away our free membership in the Pet Boss Club. So if you are interested in learning more about the Pet Boss Club, I'm going to put up a little link here in just a second. Wow, we had 137 people join live. That's amazing. Okay. So let's see. Once we're 137, that seems really high, but I will do it. Maybe somebody who wasn't on. I feel like we need to know the number of the people. I think that was the number of the people who registered. We want to know the number of people who came live. So maybe I'll just pick a lower number. Let's see here. Start that. And the winner, let's see, if you are interested in joining the Pet Boss Club, enrollment is open, and I'm going to put a link up here. You can actually join the Pet Boss Club right now, but I know you're going to wait until after you see who the winner is. But our Pet Boss Club is a monthly business mentoring program. You get access to trainings like this. So if you found this valuable, if you feel like you've gotten some good nuggets of information and you're going to be able to use in your business, then we do things like this every single month where we give you awesome ideas and inspiration. But you also get access to a community of pet professionals who are there to support you. Truly, we have an amazing, amazing community. I hear that constantly from outsiders who engage with our community and culture. And we have got a great group of people because we have great partners like Pets+ Magazine. So if you're interested in that, just click that little button and you can learn more to join. But now we are going to pick a number. There we go. So Jen's got 1 through 56. Okay, I'm going to use my magazine now again. Page 1 through 56. All right, let me find page 56 and then we'll go, oh wow, okay, here we go. All right, Jennifer, tell me to stop. Gotta have fun with it. Somebody tell me to stop. I got it. Someone tell me to stop. Anybody? All right, there we go. Page number 30. Page number 30. Page number 30 has useful checklists. You are not your failure. That's right. I love it. Everybody's saying stop. Page number 30. So our winner is number 30. Jen's going to tell us who on our registrar for who showed up today was number 30. And that will be the winner of our Pet Boss Club membership. It's Chris. Chris Creighton is the winner. Awesome, Chris. Well, thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in. And if you want to join the Pet Boss Club, enrollment is open. It's only $99 a month. There's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. You get access to amazing trainings like this. We always do these once a month too. So as a Pets+ reader, you get access to future lunch and learns and our next upcoming show that is preventing ghosting in the workplace. That's going to be happening June 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then our cool store in June is the Green Canine. Now, what's not on here is our cool store for May. I missed that one. I was thinking so far ahead in June. Our cool store for May is, let me turn this off. Our cool store for May is Notorious DOG. And that event is happening, I think, on, let's see, I think that one, let me pull up my calendar. That one is happening, I think, on May 27th, maybe. No, May 29th. So on May 29th at 7 p.m., May 29th, 7 p.m., is the Notorious DOG, which is the cool store feature here in May's issue. It's going to be super cool. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I will definitely get these slides to you. You are all amazing. You're amazing pet bosses. Pets+ and I can't thank you enough for participating in these trainings and supporting both of our brands. To learn more about Pets+ Magazine and get your free subscription, go to petsplusmag.com to get your free magazine. And if you want to learn more about Pet Boss Nation, please visit our website and join the club. And remember that we want you to be the best that you can. Do the best that you can with what you have from where you currently are. So just get started. Don't even worry about being perfect or having everything right. Just do what you can with what you can. All right. And you'll see success and progress. I promise. I promise. All right. Everyone have a wonderful Tuesday, a wonderful week. And I will hopefully see you next time. Bye-bye.